All right, let's get into our next discussion now. The killing of more than 70 people in Benue State by suspected herdsmen left a sour taste in the mouth of Nigerians, and many began to call for the heads of the culprits over the atrocity they committed in that part of the country.
Now, the Senate at the time of the incident was on recess for the festivities, but even they could not stay away because of the gravity of the attack. After they returned, the Senate immediately held a sitting and ordered the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Ibrahim Idris, to, as a matter of urgency, investigate the attacks in Benue State. Now, they gave him a 14-day ultimatum to arrest and prosecute the perpetrators of the Benue killings.
And now the time for this special assignment from the Senate has elapsed, and still now no words have been heard from the Inspector General of Police on how far he has gone in his investigation. And so far, the IGP has remained mute. And there has been no progress report and no arrests have been made in connection to the killings. But how long must the people of Benue State wait to get justice, or is the task too much for a challenge for the Inspector General of Police to handle?
Yes,
some
indeed.
of the questions Nigerians are asking, especially those in Benue State who have their families one way or the other, who lost their families in the attacks. Yeah,
we have an international lawyer, Olufemi Aino, here in the studio with us to look at this. Good morning. Thank you. So good to see you, as
nice to see you.
As always.
Yes.
Let's begin with that question there. Is it a question of you know, the police, the security agencies being overwhelmed? They're not up to the task. They've been given a 14-day ultimatum that has elapsed by the Senate. As far as the Senate is concerned, this is an urgent issue that needs to be tackled as quickly as possible.
I agree.
Yet no word from the IGP.
Yes, but the point is this. If you give people a task, that they should perform a certain task, and with an ultimatum that, look, you have to do this within 10 days. What do you do after the 10 days? You call the person and ask him, look, how far have you gone? What's the state of your investigation? Where are we? Do you still need further help or what have you? So if the Senate has given an ultimatum, the onus is on them to invite the Inspector General of Police to provide them an update. But we have to be very careful, because sometimes we engage in what is called a pointless exercise of power. What is the role of Parliament in the first instance? I agreed that they have the constitutional right under Section 88 also to carry out investigation to any arms of government, ministries, and whatever, as part of the oversight and constitutional functions. But do they have the power to start giving directive as part of that investigation? That is the million-dollar issue. And also, I think that you didn't make that clear. I think at a point, maybe they were asking somebody asking the Inspector General of Police either to relocate to that area.
He was actually ordered
by the president.
Yeah, by the president.
Yes,
but the president, as the head of the executive, can do that. And the police carry out executive functions. I do agree with that. But the point is this: what Parliament has to do is to call him to account and let him. But we have to be very careful. You see, when you are investigating a serious crime, such as what happened, the unfortunate incident in Benue, you need to carry out a thorough investigation. The only way in which we can give justice to the victim of this atrocity is to make sure the perpetrators of the acts get convicted. And in order to secure that conviction, there are two criteria you need to take into account.
Yes.
You need to take account of the public interest that, look, these people must not get away with this dastardly act. Then you need to look at the evidence, that the evidence we have, is it thorough enough to secure their conviction? And in doing that, it has to be a painstaking investigation. And the painstaking investigation may not even be that within a certain time limit. Because if you are not careful, you will get a situation, the case will get bogged down in the legal system, and you will not get the conviction. And the problem we have in Nigeria is that we have this quick to forget mentality. After a time, we make noise, we say this, we say that. After a while, people just forget about it. And again, the public confidence in the security force or forces and the judiciary and what have you is very vital. And you must not erode that. And the only way, in which case you can ensure that that public confidence is there, is to make sure when you bring people to court and you get that